This the Berean, I'm bringing you some COD on Wii U, representing the Clan One God. And guys, man, that's tough saying right there, on Wii U. Man, I might have to stop saying that because we're moving to the Xbox, man. It hurts, man. I love Wii U. We'll still be playing Wii U, of course, but be doing some videos, of course, with the new Advanced Warfare, and probably do some other videos of looking into Wade right now is playing and loving Destiny. So I think that's a game I'll be purchasing, and other things. But today, it's the Lord's Day, and of course we give glory to Jesus Christ on this day. And we vowed on our channel that if we did a video on Sunday, we try to do one every week, that we would give it to the Lord. And today, as I talk to young people, witnessing the young people at work and other places, family members, kids I talk with online in different situations, I see unrighteousness, and our culture is full of it. Sexual immorality, to taking God's name in vain, to just not even caring who they're going to marry, whether the person they marry is a believer, to having friends that are not Christians, even though they're sold out Christians and love the Lord and saved and on their way to heaven, yet they're hanging out with people that are doing things they know are wrong, yet they don't care. It's a serious influence and a warning in the scriptures. The scriptures say in 2 Corinthians 6:14-17, it says, "But be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion hath light with darkness? And what concord hath Christ with Belial? Or what part hath he that believeth with an infidel? And what agreement hath the temple of God with idols? For you are the temple of the living God. And God, as God hath said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you." Folks, in Deuteronomy 7:3 and numerous different places in the scriptures, I could list them here. I got them listed in my Bible. I write them all down as I learn them, and all the verses, work together and back each other up. God says, be separate from the unbelievers. And it sounds real, oh, come on, that's a little, overboard, preachy, pushy. But when your pastors, I'm sure in your churches, your pastors are teaching you the same thing. The reason being is, man, guys, think about it. You love football, right? You love Call of Duty, right? You love whatever it may be, hip hop. You love this, you love that. Whatever you like and enjoy doing, don't your friends enjoy doing it? Why? That's why you're friends. You guys have things in common. You have things you like to do together. Now, when you're friends, they may like one thing the same as you, but then if they don't love the Lord Jesus Christ, if they don't have a vow in their heart to obey his word, to learn his word, which direction are they going to go? I'm just asking, which direction do you think they're going to take off in? It's pretty obvious that if you know a group of kids in school that are doing drugs, or a group of friends that, hey, that's what they do. They go out and party, they do this. What do you think the group does as a whole? 9 times out of 10, it's the whole group. I mean, there's not somebody that hangs around that's a born-again Christian that's going to these parties and doing these things. The group of people is there for a reason. And I'm not saying that everybody that goes to parties and does that is not a Christian or is not saved or will go to hell. That's not my point. My point is that if you want to walk solely for the Lord and walk close with him and be blessed by him throughout your life, you have to stay separate from that. The Bible calls you away from those sorts of sins, from those sorts of things. And it starts by having I heard a pastor say this. It's always good in discipleship. The Bible calls us to discipleship. It's always good to have somebody who's ahead of you, discipling you, who spiritually is ahead of you, further than you, and pulling you forward. And it's always good that you have somebody behind you, somebody that you're helping pull forward with. You know, you're pulling them up, somebody else is pulling you up, and you're all growing closer and closer to Jesus Christ every day. But if you're hanging around with a group of people that has no care for that, how can Christ be a center of your life? I ask, when you get into wake up, you get in, you know, do you pray? You know, do you first seek God? Do you then go into your, headphones and then turn on the world's music? Do you turn on music that does not give glory to the Lord Jesus Christ? And then you turn on the TV if it's summer, or if you're going to school, whatever you're doing. Do you turn on the TV and then watch things that you know have things in it that do not give glory to the Lord Jesus Christ? And then your whole day, your friends, everything surrounding you is a day full of things that do not give glory to the Lord Jesus Christ. I heard a pastor that first, if you heard my testimony, was the one I worked next to. He told me that his whole way to work, he's either praying or he is praising God, singing songs to God. It prepares him spiritually for work. Because when you come into work, you're meeting with a ton of people that are not Christians. They don't have the same idea as you do. When you come to work and you're trying to give glory to the Lord and you're trying to be on track and do right for the Lord, the flesh kicks in. When there's arguments, when people are saying things are going this way, you want to react in anger, and you get angry, and and the Bible says, be ye angry and sin not. Jesus got angry. Anger in and of itself is not a sin. But when you're on your way to work and you're focused on Christ, the chances that the flesh overtakes that spiritual power is very slim to none, unless you let it. But if you're sitting there, and I always give this, guys, there's an old school song. It says, we're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. And it's talking about rebellion. We're not gonna take it anymore. And I picture this. Now, that was a little, it was before my time. I really didn't like that type of music. I liked hip hop. But I think it's perfect for the example. Listen to that song on your way to school. You're listening to it at school. Then you listen to it on your way home. And then your mom says, hey, son, you need to go clean your room. What's your attitude going to be? Your attitude will be, no, we ain't gonna take it. And it's a sinful attitude. It's an unrighteous attitude in the Bible. And what I just read to you calls you righteous. Righteous by the blood of Christ. You can't be righteous in and of your own good works, but you're righteous by the blood of Christ. You've been called like Christ, it says there. What fellowship hath Christ with Belial? We are now like Christ, sinless, thanks to what God did for us. God saved us, and now through God's eyes, we are sinless as his children, and we can worship the true God. We are not God, but we could worship him that way. Guys, that's it. I pray you consider your music, your movies, your friendships, your relationships. Do they give glory to the Lord? Think about that, man, because when your relationships give glory to the Lord, God will bless you, man. That's it, y'all. I pray that you guys listen. I pray that God led me correctly here. I pray that you would know that we just wish you all the best, man. God bless you from the One God Clan.